Hi folks, welcome to my Bit Retro Journal. I got this beast here today. It's a bulk tape eraser, Realisitc from Radio Shack, and I bought it specifically, well, for two reasons. The main reason I bought it was because, so I got my grease weasel here, and this is my dual drive, and I was using that I was trying to use that to write some Radio Shack TRS-80 Model 3 discs that I was downloading from the internet, and I was having trouble because this is a high density 5 1/4 inch drive, and supposedly because it has finer tracks, if you use that to format for a single density drive, on a single density disk, there's a lot of noise that it leaves around because it can't erase all of the information between the tracks. And so somebody said, well, get a bulk eraser and then it works. So let's just open this up. So let's get this out of the way. This is really heavy. And I forget which way it opens. I think it opens this way. That's the other side. Opens this way. All right, and yeah, here's the beast. It's really cool retro. I mean, it literally, it says Realisitc Bulk Tape Eraser, and then on this side it has intermittent duty, 1 minute on, 20 minutes off, so you can't use it all that much. This is the button that turns it on, and then it's just a handle. And then I think there's probably a huge transformer in there. Here's the funny and worrisome thing. I can just open it from the other side. This whole thing opens up. Oh, did I lose the instructions? I have the instructions here somewhere. Oh, they're not in here, so I have them, but so it came with two things: instructions and safety instructions. And the reason I wanted to point that out is because the instructions were about a quarter the size of this. And so this is, oh man, I'm having trouble opening this up. Here it goes. So this is just one large sheet of paper, and I kid you not, the instructions for this was probably a quarter of that. And all the instructions said was to basically, the way you do this with your media, if it's a disc, for instance, you turn it on, and then you bring it towards the disc, and you do like 7 to 10 seconds, just nice gentle curves, and after that you pull it away 3 feet, and then you let go, and you're done. And that's supposed to wipe it through. So that's all the instructions said. And again, I do have them somewhere here. But then it has these safety instructions, which is kind of scary. Read instructions, retain instructions, heat warnings, follow instructions, water and moisture. The appliance should not be used near water. Yeah. Carts and stands. The appliance should be used only with a cart or stand that is recommended by wall or ceiling mounting. Okay. Ventilation. The appliance should be situated so the location or position does not interfere in proper ventilation. The power supply should be connected to a power supply only of the type, ground. The precautions that should be taken so that the grounding or polarization means of the appliance. Well, it has neither. It's literally a non-polarized grounded. So I don't know what that's all about. Power supply cord should be routed to so that they're unlikely to be walked on. Okay. Cleaning, power lines, and outdoor antenna should be located away from power lines. What the heck? What is the safety instruction for? Example of antenna ground. Is this it's the thing that came with. And this is not the wrong instructions, because I've also seen a bunch of these on sale where they showed the instructions, and it was indeed these safety instructions. The appliance should be surface object. Heat. The user should not attempt to service the appliance beyond the described and operating instructions. Why does it have... if an outside antenna is connected to the receiver, be sure the antenna system is grounded so that the provide protection against voltage charges and built-up static charges. Does this... what's going on here? Why does it have it for antenna? Yeah, so I'm not going to use it very much, but yeah, so why does it have instructions about an antenna? That's really weird. So, in any case, like I said, the instruction sheet itself was pretty menial, but I tried this at school, and it didn't work, so I'm not sure what's going on. I was able to read the contents of the disk before I formatted it, and that worked, so the disk is good. I know the bottom disk drive is good. The top disk drive, actually, I tried cleaning, and there's something wrong with it. It was making a weird noise, so I have to open up my TRS-80 Model 3 and probably oil the drive and clean it. It was reading intermittently, but the bottom drive is good, and so it couldn't read the TRS-80 TRS-DOS version 1.3, which is exactly the version that I was running on, even though I got that from a viewer as opposed to from online. Okay, not to fret, I do want to try it also on my QL, and what I'm going to do is, again, I have these cartridges, microdrive cartridges, and this one in particular, so I'm going to put this in my QL. You won't be able to see it, but you can hear it. All right, I'm putting in microdrive 1, and I'm going to get out of this. And if I do dir mdv1, you can hear it. Yeah, and it has stuff on it. If you notice, it only has 209 sectors. And so what I want to do is I'm going to format this. I have this information backed up so I can always get it back. I'm going to format this a couple of times, see what we get. MDV1, we'll do blank. And the idea is, can I use this to wipe the cartridge so that I end up with more sectors? That's my hope, because it's unclear, but you know, I've always wondered if I was able to clear the cartridge, if I could get more space, and so that's what I'm going to try. Again, you can't see. Yeah, so well, that's actually pretty good. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. I was hoping I would have 219 out of 221, so I've already, let's format it again. Oops, misspelled it. Let's see if I can't move my camera a little bit so you can see what's going on. It gave the same reading, yeah, so this is not a good drive. Let me come back. I gotta find a microdrive cartridge that's giving a slightly worse performance than that one. So let me come back and see if I can find one. Okay, I found one. It's interesting. They're all actually doing pretty well, but this one had a couple of bad sectors because it was full of stuff, and I tried to copy it over to the other one that I had just formatted that was doing pretty well, and there were two files it couldn't copy. And interestingly enough, it only showed 215 out of 217, and then I formatted, I get 224 out of, well, yeah, it probably had 217, and now it gets, 24 to 23. But still, it's showing, at least it's consistent. So what I want to do is I'm going to take this and I can protect it. I don't think that's going to interfere with this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to just turn it on, and then I'm just going to, for 7 to 10 seconds, I'm going to do this. And well, I'm going to bring it on I'm going to make sure that it's, is it away from all my, yeah, these are pretty far away. So I'm going to have this upside down. And by the way, I'm going to turn this on and I'll show you what happens. Ready? You can see a little interference on that, but this makes a little bit of a buzzing sound. But if you put a paper clip near it, ready? The thing starts vibrating. In any case, so I'm away from all my magnetic media, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this up. Where's a good place to have it? So I'm going to have this sort of away, and I'll bring it towards it as the instructions say. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring it away. Let go. All right, that's what it says to do. And then undo that. So it was interesting that this was actually vibrating. I didn't think there was anything metal. Oh, there is metal. The thing up there is metal. Interesting. All right. So now if I do a directory on it, this should be completely blank. Yeah. Battery change medium. Oh, interesting that it says, oh, let me reboot. Oops, sorry, wrong one. I'm used to doing MDV2 usually. Yeah, so it's not found. So it's blank, and it has no knowledge of it being called untitled. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to format this. MDV1 untitled. And let's see if we get any better. I don't know. It was 223 out of 227. And then when you do directory listing, it's usually like, it'll be 221 out of 223. But I'm wondering if I get more than 227. Will it find more than 220? It should, the maximum is 256, but if it will go over 230. Does this help at all? Nope. It's actually exactly the same. That's funny. So I guess MDV1 untitled. And obviously the QL does have an erase head, so that doesn't really interfere with anything. But this is not looking good in terms of helping me reclaim more sectors on micro cartridges. I was hoping it would. Yeah, I was hoping I would get 230, like, but it seems like 227 is the max they can find, and certainly it's a good way to wipe them. Unfortunately in 20, yeah, it's the same. Unfortunately in 2025, I mean everything's solid state. And yeah, well, it was worth a try. It definitely erased things, so that's nice. Again, this will still help erase media floppy. So when I use my grease weasel, at least I don't have to worry about if I'm using a high density disk for a single sided floppy. But still, I was okay. Now it's getting worse. MD1. That's definitely the lowest it's dipped in terms of finding good. I can't imagine this will damage anything. This is just, it's doing exactly the same thing that the read-write head on the QL does. Erasing it is just realigning that. But that's a low. There's 224, 223. Oh, now it failed. Interesting. I don't know. It fails when it falls below a certain number, but I didn't think it was the one untitled. It's deteriorating rapidly. Maybe this thing wasn't so good after all. I mean, it should be fine. I mean, you use it on floppies. Anybody have any experience with these bulk tape erasers? Do they damage floppy disk if you use them? Is it a bad idea to use them? Hopefully I didn't muck up my micro drive cartridge to where it can't format anymore. Let's hope we get back to... Okay, so we're making progress. I'm going to do a fourth time format. Should I do it again? MDV1... Let's just reseed it, see what that gives us. The fact that it's hitting the two lows now after doing this. Again, before that it was at 217, so I haven't gone below that. But the fact that it failed formatting is just kind of an odd thing. Yeah. Fidgeting with my plastic as I'm waiting for this to format. But, yeah. Oh, well, now we're 226 to 228. But that's just reseeding it. So and if you do a directory, MDV1, I think it's just randomness. I reseeded it, probably helped. The funny thing is these are all pretty good cartridges. Yeah, 224 to 226. So, yeah, I don't know. I was hoping that I would get more of the higher number, the 28, but that it seems like it's just random. And I was surprised that this vibrated, but I guess this has the metal in here, which is copper. Does copper conduct? I guess it does, yeah. So it was vibrating this, but yeah, I don't know. I just realized that where did I do with I believe what's going on with these warnings is that perhaps Radio Shack was just doing a set of generic warning and safety instructions for a bunch of equipment. That's the only thing I can think of that this is. This is just because, I mean, none of this even talks about the bulk eraser. So I bet these are just generic safety instructions that they're giving. So that's weird. So other than floppy disks, I mean, I didn't do much audio tape stuff, but yeah, I was hoping that this would help. And I'd always thought this, and I always wanted one of these because I was wondering if I could if I could completely align it, or maybe maybe this isn't the right technique. But I don't want to sit here and try a million different things and run through these. But yeah, I was expecting better performance. But maybe that's just the max this tape can do is 227, 228. And maybe I need to find one that's really bad. And so I might give it another try offline. But again, I might wait till I get some feedback from folks because I've not used these before. And the vague safety instructions is kind of confusing as well. Regardless of how useful it is, because I've always wanted one. I mean, a Realisitc Bulk Tape Eraser. This looks like, 70s maybe. I think they have the black ones that are more modern. It is itself kind of a cool little find in terms of nostalgia. It doesn't really have a date on here. So, yeah, I'm happy that I have it. It'll go on my shelf as a tool, and I'll use it a little bit more with my, my grease weasel to try to figure out if I can get those TRS-80 Model 3 discs going. But that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.